Ladies and gentlemen, now hosting the RizzoCast, put your hands together for Steven Risotto!
What is happening, everybody, and welcome. This is episode number 113 of RizzoCast. I'm Steven Risotto, and today we are joined by a very special guest. He is now a shortstop prospect for the Atlanta Braves, drafted in the 20th round this season in 2022, and now he's playing in Single A Augusta. He's a Bay Area product, graduate of Sacred Heart Cathedral High School in San Francisco, and actually was drafted out of UC Berkeley. It is Keshawn Ogans. Keshawn joins the show. How you doing? What's going on? Welcome.
Pretty good. Nothing much. Just enjoying the moment each and every day. Can't complain. But yeah.
Yeah, nothing much. That's an understatement. You're currently a few weeks into your professional baseball journey. Give us kind of a little insight on what it's been like thus far playing in the Atlanta Braves organization.
Yeah, so I flew out to Florida right after I got drafted. I had a week to pack up all my stuff and move out of my old house in Berkeley. But it's been fun. I flew out to Florida, trained out there for a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and I played a couple of rookie ball games there, and training out there has been fun. It's been a grind. It's been nothing but enjoyable. And then just recently I got called up. We were on the road, so we flew out to Washington, D.C., and went out to play the Fredericksburg Nationals out in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So I've been on the road nonstop, yet to see our home at least, but yeah, it's been fun. I've been enjoying it for the most part so far, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and yeah, I'm excited.
So do you feel like you're seeing a little bit of the country? You're in Florida, then you're in Fredericksburg or wherever you're at, and now you're going to Augusta. Do you feel like you're kind of getting your eyes open to some of the rest of the country there on the East Coast?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a different vibe, different environment than California, than what I'm used to. Obviously, being around San Francisco, you don't really see the type of things I'm around, especially right now in California. But yeah, I mean, nothing to complain about. I'm enjoying it. It's obviously different, but like I said, it's been fun. So.
And I know for the most part, many of your teammates are kind of around the same age, but I'm sure the backgrounds are probably a bit different. You may have, a teammate from Texas, or maybe someone from the Dominican Republic, someone from another country, someone from maybe California, your neck of the woods. What's it like kind of mingling with some of those new teammates and getting to know them?
It's been fun. That's kind of the joy of baseball, just getting to know different people from all types of backgrounds. Like you said, me being from California, I think there's another one on Augusta who's from California, I think from the SoCal area. So, but everyone's all around. It's been cool to kind of get to know those guys and see where they came from. And like you said, the Latin American type of group of baseball players, it's been fun to to mingle around with those guys and to communicate with them, because it's in me. I don't know a lot of Spanish. My Spanish isn't really good, but being around them, they're trying to teach you, and it's been fun. Those guys are one of a kind. I've been enjoying being around them. But yeah, the backgrounds, the different backgrounds of being outside of California, it's been enjoyable. It's been good to learn, and having a blast playing with these guys.
So I'm sure some of maybe the greetings in Spanish, like hola, obviously.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So, I mean, has the communication been like a little off, or has that been like manageable?
So I got some guys who can translate for me.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like difficult at times, but it's obviously here and there, it's like, but for the most part, I'll greet them like buenos dias, like que lo que, what's up. So It's basic communication. It's nothing too, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to learn some more Spanish in order to, advance my communications with them. But it's been fun. It's been good. So.
Yeah, there you go. And I know a lot of players are really eager to get started kind of with their professional career once they get drafted. But it's still kind of, I'd imagine like a vulnerable situation. Some guys maybe get homesick. We hear of some guys maybe having doubts after some struggles, whatever. Were you feeling mentally and I guess physically ready to play professional baseball by the time you got drafted?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's obviously a big step from, going from high school then to college and then obviously being picked up in the draft. But the mentality stays the same. You kind of have to believe in yourself and believe in all the work you put in, and because that's the whole goal. For me, it was all about getting drafted, and now that I got drafted, the mentality doesn't change. You still got to work hard. You got to work twice as harder as the person next to you in order to be where you want to be. And it's been a grind, like I said, but like I said, the mentality doesn't change. It's always been the same: work hard, and believe in your abilities, because that's what's gotten me here. That's what's gotten everybody else in the league there. And just keep going. Failures are part of the game, and if I had to tell my younger self that, I probably would have been like, no, you're crazy. But yeah, no, it's a part of the game. That's where you learn. That's where you learn most of it is from failing and gaining the success that you want, is that it comes from failure. So I've been there. I struggled my first year of high school, or it's second year of high school, and then again struggling entering college. It was tough, but keeping a strong mindset, keeping a strong poise and focus mentality, you can get to wherever you want to be, as long as you believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, and trust the work that you put in. So
Yeah, and you talked about some of those struggles, I guess, in college and in high school too. What are some of the key differences? Because I know it's definitely Augusta and single A with the defending champion Atlanta Braves. It's a lot different from maybe playing college baseball. What are some of the key differences that you've noticed so far in kind of your just short stay? I think you've played like 8 or 9 games. What are some of the key differences that you've noticed between college baseball and the minor leagues?
So I mean, college baseball, I know with the minors, at least, it's everything's fast paced. Everyone's more physical. The guys are a lot bigger. They're older, they're stronger. They run faster. Everyone's more smooth in the infield, and the pitching is better. Those are probably the main differences, I would say, in the minors and college ball. Me being a college player, it definitely took a lot of adjusting just from being a high schooler. Being a part of a college type environment, I didn't know what to expect, but being a part of the Cal baseball program for 3 years, it kind of helped me adapt to what it was going to be like, preparing myself for the minor leagues. And I just want to thank Coach Mike New over there, Coach Noah Jackson, Sam Wesniak, Chad Heiberger, Matt Flemmer. Those guys took me in, and they helped me out a ton. Coach Damon Lessler as well. And they helped me prepare for what life was going to be like outside of college baseball. And yeah, I think the biggest difference was obviously the mental game, because like I said, college baseball failures, it's similar. You're gonna face a lot of challenges, a lot of hardships when you first get drafted. For me, when I first got there to the minors, it was a big change. I already had to change my stance a little bit, change where my hands are, and so it's been a change of pace, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying learning from these new guys over here, my new coaches, and helping me every step of the way, and just helping me develop into what they want me to be as a professional ball player. So it's been fun, like I said. So yeah.
So the wood bats, because I know that's like the big adjustment that a lot of people say. Was that ever an issue at all, or were you kind of used to swinging some wood bats?
So obviously in college, we swing metal, but summer leagues we usually swing wood, but it's obviously an adjustment once you go from metal to wood. So, but for me, I played this summer as well. I played for the State College Spikes in the MLB Draft League this year, so I was already swinging wood. So it wasn't too much of an issue. I did go from a 33 to a 33 and a half, 34-inch bat. That's probably the only biggest adjustment. So, like I said, got to get more physical to swing that thing around. But no, that's probably that's no issue at all. So.
And you mentioned some of, I guess everything's faster, and maybe there's a ground ball hit to you and you look up and the guy's already like, a third of the way to first base. And you mentioned the velocity too, maybe the velocity on fastballs are livelier and the off speed or deadlier or whatnot. Tell me about some of those arms that you've been facing so far.
No, they've been solid. It's guys who have been in the league for a couple of years now. It's guys who've been rehabbing, like from the majors, probably AAA or AA, whatever it is. Also been, new draft guys who, picked up, in the early rounds, who got live arms. But no, it's been a lot. In college, you don't really see 94, 95, 96, 97, like even 100. Usually get 90 and 92 in the Pac-12, but yeah, I would say the arms, seeing more velocity has been a big adjustment for me, but and the breaking stuff as well. Their breaking balls they break a lot harder, sharper, and much better than a college environment. So no, that's probably been the biggest thing.
The uptick in the fastball, though, that's not a problem. You can handle the fastball, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I look and you're hitting 357 with a 902 OPS in your first 8 games. 4 for 5 a few nights ago. You hit your first professional homer. I mean, what can you attribute this success to? I know you brought up the great program at Berkeley, but what's kind of been the key so far in the early goings for you?
So like I said, I mean, just trusting in my work, trusting in all the, the work I put in since I've been at Cal, and, coming into the Braves organization, just listening to my instructors and to my hitting coaches who's helped me already make big adjustments in my swing. And yeah, that allowed me to, be successful these past couple of games. But like I said, I owe it all to those who've helped me, and my coaches here, my hitting coach back at home, Noah Jackson. They've helped me acquire the knowledge that I need to be successful when it comes to game time. And I've just I've been, like I said, trust the work. And yeah, so.
And in terms of preparation, what is kind of your normal routine before a game? Like what is like, I mean, from the time you get to the ballpark, what are you doing until maybe the time the game starts?
I'm not really doing too much. So I eat breakfast, and then I'll probably watch some TV, be on my phone for a little bit, check social media. I'm a huge social media guy, so and then from there I'll probably eat some lunch after that, head to the ballpark, get in some early hitting done, and about that time I'll on the bus I'll listen to my playlist that gets me high before games, and that's usually it. But and then from there, we usually take pregame, like play catch, do fielding work, defensive work, whatever it is. And, things that will just help me prepare for when it comes to game time. So,
are you superstitious at all, or like you one of those guys that like puts on the right sock first instead of the left sock? What do you do like very strangely superstitious? Because I know a lot of ball players are.
Yeah, no, I would say I'm superstitious. When it comes to accessories, I'm a tape guy. So I can't have different colored tape. Like, so say I'm wearing an arm sleeve that's black, like we were on the road, so we had gray wrist tape. But I can't do gray on my left and then black on my right. So I gotta go gray and then tape over the sleeve or that. And then I usually put my left sock on, then right sock, then left cleat, right cleat. Yeah, what else do I do? I got a couple. Those are two probably the main ones, but I'm definitely a tape on left wrist, sleeve on the right. Like that's gotta happen every game. Unless it's really hot, then I'll do double tape. But other than that, those are probably my biggest superstitions.
So if for whatever reason you were to like mess up on the whole sock thing and you accidentally did something wrong with your routine, do you feel like that affects you in the game? Like, do you feel like there's something there mentally that would like, oh man, I'm going 0 for 4 today or something like that?
No, I wouldn't think so, but it definitely messes me up right before game time. Like I feel like I messed this up, but come game time, it's all about being ready to play, just taking it pitch by pitch, and just being ready for the moment, like I said. But yeah, I don't think superstitions kill me that much, but it's definitely something I'm aware of. But no, like I said, when it comes to game time, I'll be ready.
There you go, ready. And then, of course, I mentioned the home run. You hit your first professional homer the other day. That had to be a really cool moment for you. Take me through kind of that at bat and the trip around the bases.
So that guy came in from the bullpen, and we had some film on him. We had some data on him on the iPads, and like I said, the instructors do a pretty good job on preparing us on what to see and on how these pitchers pitch their hitters. And he was mainly a cutter guy, 50%. And I got up there, first pitch hacking, and it happened to be a cutter up and in, and I'm aggressive. I like to hit the first pitch as much as I can. If it looks good, I'm a swing. But yeah, I got the pitch that I can handle, and thankfully enough, it went over the fence, and the rest is that. So.
And they put something around your neck in the dugout, and then the video cut off. So I didn't get to see the full extent of that. So what did they put around your neck? Is that some kind of like celebration thing when someone goes yard?
Yeah. So it was a green jacket scarf. So they just I think it was Makai, our first baseman. He put it around my neck, and it was kind of like like the celebratory props that we use in like college and all that. So
there you go. So it's lively down there with the teammates. Love to see it.
Yeah.
And I know you played a lot of shortstop in college and a lot of shortstop in high school as well, and could probably play all over the place. But you've been getting a lot of reps at second base lately. How has that kind of transition been? And is that something that the organization has talked to you about, maybe playing different positions? So what's it like been being, kind of transitioning to second base and maybe asked to be doing some other things?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's definitely been talked upon between me and the organization, me and the coaches, just being able to play more than just shortstop. But yeah, like, I mean, growing up, my dad, he's always, been a big fan of, being a utility player, being able to move everywhere on the diamond, because, a lot of players now, like, they they get more opportunities, if they play more than one position. So, growing up in that type of mentality where, being able to play more than one position was pretty big for me. So, growing up, I obviously played shortstop, but being able to move around, playing second, playing third, and I even played outfield during my high school days. But that was huge for me. And yeah, so the transition for me wasn't really too big. Obviously, in college, I mainly played shortstop. I only played shortstop. So it's been a while since I've taken, multiple reps at second, at third. But it's nothing too, a major difference for me. It's something that I love the infield. That's been my passion ever since I was a kid. So, yeah, no, it's been a pretty easy transition if for me at least. So it's kind of like second nature to me. So.
And I know that I mean, what if the Green Jackets, were just killing another team and they come up to you and they said, hey, we want to save some of our pitching. We need you to go throw like an inning. I mean, what would be your answer?
I'd probably say yeah.
What do you throw?
Yeah, I would, but nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna blow my arm out or anything. But
would you lob it like some of the big leaguers do? They lob.
I definitely would. Last time I pitched was probably my senior year of high school. I didn't pitch a lot. It was only 2 innings in my senior year. Last time I pitched a lot was my freshman year of high school, but that's when I started focusing on just being a position player. And yeah, but if I got the chance to pitch in a game, coach says, hey, I need you to throw an inning, would you do it? I probably would. So
there you go. And does the minor league level, at least where you are, do you guys use the robot umpires at all?
No, I've yet to see that.
And do you guys have the pitch clock?
We do have the pitch clock, yeah.
So how's that been? Has it upped the pace? Because I've heard some from people that it shaves like a half an hour, and the pace of the game's really good, and position players are into it, and the pitchers are into it. Do you like that pace? Maybe more of the fast pace of baseball?
I enjoy it. I definitely like a faster pace. That's a big thing in college. They like to say pace of play. But yeah, it definitely helps the games go by faster. There's a bunch of rules that I never even heard of in college that were introduced to me this year. I don't remember a lot of them, but I definitely from what I've been hearing, it definitely makes the game go by faster. So yeah, I definitely like it. From college, it makes the games go by quicker, easier, and go by more smoothly. So I definitely like it a lot.
And the upside to that is that you don't have a reliever coming in like the 7th inning, and he loads the bases and he's taking his sweet time in between pitches. Yeah. And you got to wait, and like every pitch seems like an eternity. It's crazy, but so I'm a big fan of the pitch clock myself, so I hope that comes in. I think a lot of people would be a fan of it. Let's get back to kind of your earlier days growing up. I know you had 6 other siblings. Is that right? I mean, that's a pretty big family. Tell me a little bit about growing up with 6 other siblings. Goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, I have they're all half siblings. 3 on my mom's side, 3 on my dad's side. Yeah, growing up with them was, it was solid. It was, they're part of my huge support system, as I would like to say. They've always been there for me, and no matter what, goes down in my life, they're always gonna have my back. Growing up with them was, it was fun. They've taught me everything I need to know. The oldest, the closest to me is 9 years apart, and that's Jeremy. But yeah, they taught me a lot of life lessons. What being an adult is like, and without them, I probably wouldn't be here. Doing what I do, as an individual and as an adult. So I owe it a lot to them. They're a part of my life. They're always going to be there for me, and same with me. I always got their back, and I'm appreciative and grateful for them as always.
And most kids, especially in the Bay Area, that I've noticed, most great athletes play multiple sports, and I'm sure you've played multiple sports growing up. But what was it about baseball that kind of I guess got your attention to the point where you said, I could really take this pretty far. So what separated baseball from the rest?
I never really like grew up. I grew up playing sports, but I mean, I really stuck with baseball as a young kid. I never played football when I was young. I only played football for a year, and that was my sophomore year in high school. Never played basketball in like specific leagues. Um, but yeah, I was mainly I was only mainly a baseball guy. I mean, I picked up hobbies like I'd shoot the ball around. I'd play bowling here and there. Never picked up soccer, but
Too much running.
yes, yeah, too much running for me. But baseball was just something I've been around, since I was a kid. My dad played, and I just enjoyed it. I love getting dirty. I love, having a glove in my hand, swinging a bat around. Like, my parents probably have all the pictures, probably my sisters too, but they probably all have me swinging the bat as a kid and just enjoying it. But yeah, ever since then, I just stuck with that, and I enjoyed it, every single bit of it, and that's what I stuck with, and ever since. So yeah.
Was there ever a player that you kind of looked up to growing up, like a favorite player that you had and a favorite team? Who were some of those guys?
So obviously, being from the Bay Area, I was a San Francisco fan, sports all around. So Niners, Warriors, Giants, those have been my teams. But I would definitely say growing up, Derek Jeter for sure, an all-time great of a shortstop. Jimmy Rollins, he was definitely one of my top favorites as well to look up to and watch. Just the way they played the game, with the passion, with the heart that they have, playing hard every day. Them two for sure. But growing up in this era, probably Brandon Crawford. He was definitely one I inspired to be like, especially on the defensive side. He's ridiculous. He's unreal. I just enjoy watching clips of him play defense every day. Just the drills that he does and the plays that he makes in game. It's cool to watch. I love watching him, especially for him being a local guy as well. He's from Mountain View. He's not too far from me. So, but also another guy's probably, for at least me hitting wise, Mookie Betts. He's not a huge guy. He's 5'9", probably a $180. And for me, like me being like 5'9" as well, there's not a lot of guys in the big leagues who are that size, unless you're Altuve or, like I said, Mookie or Odor from the Orioles. But yeah, just seeing how Mookie plays the game, seeing how he brings the energy each and every single day, every game. It's a pleasure to watch. Those four guys, I think growing up watching them four has definitely been my biggest role models when it comes to the game of baseball.
And Mookie likes the fastballs too. I don't think there's anybody in baseball that pulls his hands in so quick on an inside fastball and turns on it than Mookie Betts. And I think I asked the last person I had Solomon Bates on, who's a professional pitcher in his own right, and his favorite player is Derek Jeter too. So we have back-to-back episodes of guys that like Derek Jeter. Have you seen? I know you've been a busy guy, of course. Have you seen any of that ESPN documentary about Derek Jeter?
I have. It's been fun to watch, just seeing him grow up and being in that type of environment, and just seeing how his development throughout the game. It's been fun to watch. I'm enjoying it.
And he's got just like amazing insight about like winning. Like he did not take the field to do anything else besides winning. So that's something really cool that I noticed from Derek Jeter while watching that too. And I know you mentioned your dad. Your dad had a massive impact on your career, I'd imagine. What is kind of your relationship with him, and what does he mean to you from a baseball level?
I mean, he means everything. Without him, I probably wouldn't be here. He's helped me from a coaching standpoint and just being a father figure to me. just being always being there, and he means the world to me. Same with my mom. They both have helped me get to this point, just any way that they could. And without them, like I said, I wouldn't be in this position that I'm in, and I'm more than grateful for them, more than appreciative for them, and for them just to make the sacrifices that they've made. It's obviously something I'm forever grateful for, and just taking me to my little league games, taking me onto the road with travel ball back in the day, and making the financial sacrifices for me to go to college, and to take the opportunity for me to play the game that I love. And obviously I do what I do for them. I do what I do for the rest of my family, those who've also been there for me since day one. So like I said, I owe it all to them. My dad's been a huge coaching mentor, and we've been through it all. We've been the ups and downs of practice, just him definitely trying to get me to learn the game of baseball. It's been fun. I've enjoyed every single second of it, and without family, I wouldn't be here. So that's my biggest thing. I'm grateful for my family. I'm forever thankful for them and everything they've done for me. And yeah.
Is it safe to? So the car alarm's going off every 5 seconds. There's construction here next door, and just they're all over the place. Is it safe to say that, if you ever hit a brick wall, and knock on wood, he's the guy you're calling? Your dad's the guy that you're calling with all the problems?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's either him, my mom, or any of my siblings. So, or anybody in my family. Honestly, they, my dad's very big on, you give a call to anybody, reach out to this person, reach out to whoever. And I definitely believe in that. They, whoever I call, they're always there. And they're always there to talk to me with whatever problems I'm going through, or if I ever need anything, they're always there to pick me up. And so yeah, definitely.
So I know there's a few guys that are kind of going through the same thing that you're going through right now with getting your feet wet in pro baseball. Some of your Berkeley guys also got drafted, so I want you to hype them up a little bit. So go ahead and give them a shout out. Where are they at?
Yeah, so Dylan Beavers, he's with the Baltimore Orioles. Love that guy, man. He's one hell of a player. He's he grinds hard every day. He's a special talent. You don't get a lot of players like him. And he's definitely one guy who I'll remember playing with. For him, first of all, being a first rounder, that's one hell of an accomplishment for him. And it was definitely enjoyable playing with him. And Martorella, our first baseman, he's with the Padres. Same thing with him. A ton of power. Seeing him swing the bat each and every day was something enjoyable to watch. It was ridiculous, the type of run he went on. Hitting, I think it was 6 home runs in 7 games. I don't know what it was, but seeing him grind each and every day in the cages, and putting in all the work he's done over the 3-year span. Same with me and Beavs. It was fun to watch. And Zobak, he's one of a kind. To see him grow as a freshman too. And same thing with Josh and Joseph King, Josh White. He's with the Marlins, Joseph King's with the Cardinals, and Zobak's with the Royals. Those 3 guys, just seeing them compete on the mound, seeing them pitch with heart, pitch with passion. Those were our 3 horses. They went out and pitched with everything they had that day, and without them, it was like, all right, like see who we got today. But you know, those guys definitely led us in the right direction, and you know, they work hard. I see them in the weight room 24/7, just grinding, doing everything they can to get better. And you know, I'm appreciative of those guys, and they definitely those 5 guys in general definitely made a huge impact on my Cal experience.
Did they kick you out of any of like the group chats, the Berkeley baseball group chats, or are you still involved in them?
Yeah, no, nothing like that. I'm still involved. We're all pretty tight. That team was very close. And I'm definitely grateful for those guys. And you know, each and every year, going from my freshman year to my sophomore year, junior year, yeah, we're especially this past year. I think this past year we were pretty tight. It was definitely It was a good group of guys, a good squad to have around, and you know, I just enjoyed every single minute of it, and you know, I'm gonna miss those guys. So yeah.
So we'll end it here on the draft, 20th round. That's the final round of this year's draft. Did you know that you were going to get selected, or did you like find out beforehand? Were teams talking to you? Tell me about that process of finding out that you had gotten drafted.
So yeah, I mean, me and my hitting coach were talking a lot. Me and Noah Jackson. He just kept me in the loop because I don't have an advisor or anything. I don't have an agent. So me and him kept in touch a lot to see which teams. There was a good amount of teams who were interested in me. And then obviously come draft day, you know, it starts to change. Everything starts to unfold when, you know, this player's picked, and all right, we don't need, you know, say Ogans or anymore, or like, so it you know, it was definitely all over the place when it came to the teams. But the area scout for Atlanta Braves, Al Skorka, me and him kept in touch a lot throughout the draft process. He called me after day 2 and was saying to expect something day 3. So I had a good feeling. Obviously not wasn't like 100% I would get drafted. But yeah, no, me and Al, we chatted like 2-3 times throughout day 3, and just saying, hey, stay ready, you know, be ready, you might go here. And same thing with Noah. He kept me in the loop with the draft and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I definitely was confident. Not too confident, but I definitely had a good feeling that I would get picked. But yeah.
And what was the reaction from all the family and friends? I know you got an outpour of just awesome support. Who were some of the main people that you heard from? I know some of your boys reached out. Let's hear about the reaction from you getting picked.
Yeah, so definitely. So who the people that were there were pretty much my friends. A lot of my family had work that day, but they obviously were following along. And once I got picked, everyone erupted, especially in the house. We all went crazy, and then my phone blew up, all from my family, my friends, and they're just, yeah, like you said, pouring it on with just endless support and love. And I'm appreciative to everyone who reached out that day. And no, it was fun. It was definitely a feeling I'll never forget. It kind of felt surreal. It felt like I was in a dream for 3 days. Just texting everyone back. It was kind of crazy. I couldn't do it all in one sitting. It was that much, but it was fun. It was definitely a day to remember, a week to remember for sure. And then you know, it was like stepping off the plane into Florida. It was kind of like, all right, I'm here. So got to snap back into reality. But you know, it was definitely fun. Like I said, I want to just thank the Braves taking the opportunity of drafting me and giving me this opportunity. So, and thankful for, you know, everyone who's been part of my journey since day 1. To all my coaches, my family, friends, teammates, you know, everybody who's made it possible. So yeah, it's been fun.
And we gotta give a very special shout out here before we sign off to our guy Chris Rodriguez. Got to give him a shout out, right?
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Chris, man. That's the boy. You know, we've been close since I want to say, I think I was 12, 13. I want to say when I was 13. He was probably 12. I know he's younger than me, but yeah, we've been close. We grew up playing in Pacifica together for that travel team, Pacifica Chaos, and then I know he went over to my high school and at Sacred Heart, and yeah, we've been close ever since. And you know, that's the boy.
Yeah, and I asked him. I saw that you got drafted. I was like, man, you got to give me Keshawn. So he reached out, and he's the one that made this happen. So shout out, Chris. I got to get you on at some point. Anyways, Keshawn, thank you for coming on, man. This was a lot of fun, and it was a really fun conversation. And best of luck to you on the way to the big leagues. So appreciate it.
No, appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
And of course, everybody can follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram, all that fun stuff at RizzoCast. Subscribe, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, wherever you find your podcasts. And yeah, more content coming up, and we'll see you next time.